I am recording. So before I go ahead and answer this first group of questions, I just want to get it out there that I haven't rehearsed this at all. So if I stumble or yeah, just know that's why. Anyways, let's get right into it. The first question is, what is your favorite sexual position? I don't know if there's any word for it per se, but this chair is pretty cool for that kind of stuff. Okay. Ugh. The next one is, how do you go about asking out a person you like? Pretty much just that. I'm not too sneaky or anything, so it'd just kind of be like, hey, I like you kind of thing, and go from there. What is your favorite word? Don't really think I have a favorite. Probably profanity though. I'm a big fan of profanity. Bitch or cunt are good words. Not trying to sound misogynistic, but anyways, what's your favorite candy? I really enjoy Gobstoppers, which is interesting because I have braces and it's like really not good for them. But how often do you wear socks? Funny you should ask, because I really fucking hate socks, like a lot. So most of the time, regardless of the season or weather or inclement weather, I wear flip-flops with all sorts of stuff, jeans, shorts, whatever. The only real time I wear socks is when I go to work because I have to and can't fucking stand them. Where do you want to travel to? This very similar question was asked in my plain old, I really hope this isn't lagging as much as it shows me. Anyways, my plain old interview thread, similar question was asked. In December of, I guess, 2010, I went to Thailand for about 9 days, and that was really badass, and I would really like to go back. I'll kind of answer the next one, where do you not want to travel to, in the same one as I answer this, but for some reason I'm very attracted to the third world. I've been to places like Mexico and Belize and Thailand now, and I'd rather spend a lot more time in the third world. Like probably the Caribbean would be a good place to go to, or actually some places in Africa really interest me more than your typical tourist destinations of, you know, London and Paris, and all of Western Europe really doesn't really interest me personally, but I can see why some people would be interested in those. What is the worst thing you've ever gotten in trouble for? In trouble kind of has different meanings. In trouble with the actual police department, I've only been arrested one time for minor in possession of alcohol, which sucks because I wasn't even drunk. I was 3 sips into the first beer of the night and got arrested by undercover officers outside of a nightclub. In trouble at school, I used to be a bad kid, and one time a teacher pissed me off, so I threw a desk at him in 8th grade, maybe? I don't know. In trouble with my parents was probably for having pot in my room and smoking it in my room and getting in trouble for that. So, how long does it take you to get ready to go out? I am incredibly low maintenance. For instance, for my job, I have to most of the time be there at 11, and it's at least a 30-minute drive, so I like to leave my house by about 10:15, and I set my alarm for 10 o'clock. So, it gives you a kind of rough estimate of the time it takes me to get ready, and when I go to work, that's the most getting ready I normally do. Don't really do much for that. If you were to choose a superpower, what would you like? I wish I would have read this far down in your questions before I started answering them, because that's a really hard one to answer. But me and my girlfriend got into Heroes recently, and this came up. And if anybody's familiar with the show, I think probably the best is Hero's ability to freeze time and travel through space and time, and just be interesting, not your average superpower, but in terms of actual superheroes from comic books and shit. I don't know. I've always liked Batman, but the first argument is that Batman doesn't really have a superpower. He's just hella rich. Same with Iron Man. I guess I like really eccentric superheroes more than, fucking radioactive spider superheroes. So, that didn't answer anything. So, what would be your first act to change the world? Another one I wish I would have read beforehand. I don't know, probably if I were president of the United States, cut down the war budget and spend more money on feeding people, because it could be done, to be honest, but I don't want to get into a political debate on my first video. So, I'm going to call it quits right here. I really hope you sat and wasted nearly 7 minutes of your day and asked me more questions, because this was actually pretty fun.